For today's video, I've got a big Kobalt toolbox here, also called a job box, and this is the 48-inch model. I'll give you a little overview of it because I thought y'all would like to see it. Paint job's nice. It looks good. There are some imperfections, but the welds are pretty good. Nothing that takes away from the functionality. And then you have an area for a forklift to pick this thing up on these legs underneath. Takes a master number 5 lock. And you've got these nice covers to keep the rain out. Then on the side, you've got these big handles. Huge lid. And it does have a shock here, so it doesn't slam shut or blow shut. And it's got a lock on this one. Help keep it up. Inside is definitely cavernous. Here's how the locks go with these U-bolts, so no one can tamper with it or cut these. I've got a few items in here, but this is actually where I want to put all my tools, wrenches, sockets, a jack. You could even fit the handle of a jack. You just break it in two. And some antifreeze and fuel additives, things like that, could go in here as well. Stuff you wouldn't want to have inside the truck with you. Tons of space. It comes with this tray here. Unfortunately, the tray is not quite as wide as these rails, so it doesn't sit on the rails. It also comes with this gasket, rubber gasket thing. I think you can punch this out, and then if you wanted to run some electrical through here, you could. That's really all there is to show in there. If you need a lot of space, this is a good box. Here's a demonstration of the lid. Just letting it go. Not bad at all. So overall, if you need something like this, this is a good option. I like it. It does not have a gasket. That's one thing to mention. No gasket around the edge, but you can see there's a fairly nice lip there. It's going to be hard for water to go down and then back up that lip and then inside. If I ever have a water problem, I will make my own gasket. That'd be easy enough. But as a final note, though, I'm not sure that this was the best purchase for me. And the reason is how tall it is. Now, if you look at this, this shows dimensions here. 48 inches wide, 24 inches deep. Those are both correct. 24.5 inches tall. That must be interior, inside the box. It must not include those legs, and maybe not include the lid either, because it's actually 29 inches tall and sits almost 9 inches above the bed rails, which is a concern. Number one, because I can't see that gooseneck ball when backing up to the trailer. So that's an issue. It's hard enough to see that as it was. And I wasn't, well, number one, I wasn't thinking about backing up when I bought this. But number two, I wasn't expecting it to be this tall. I thought it'd be 24 inches tall. And then the other concern is on the bed rails and clearance. So you got a gooseneck trailer over here. It looks like it's got about 10 to 11 inches of clearance, which technically should clear this toolbox. I was actually surprised with how much clearance I had. But on a sharp corner, on uneven terrain, you may still hit the toolbox. So I'm not sure if it's the most practical for pulling the trailer either, even though it seems like it might actually work. But just to get hooked up to the trailer is, I don't know how to do it. Just take a guess, I guess. Back up like it's a bumper pull, maybe. Wild guess. Yes, if you look from the side here, those two things are really the only bad things I have to say, but they're kind of important things, because this truck is the tow rig. You can see with the 8-foot bed, it doesn't take up terribly much space. That's good. I thought about putting this box in my other truck, which has a 6.5-foot bed. May not be the best because of how much space it'll take up. You've got to keep it about 4 or 5 inches away from the back rack here. You need to leave a little space so you can open it up And then in that truck I have fifth wheel rails, and these legs would be on top of the rails, so I'd actually have to move it forward a little more so that they'd be front legs there would be over the fifth wheel rails. So it would take up a huge amount of space in that truck, and that's if these wheel arches aren't in the way. So I'm not even sure that it's going to work on that truck either. So I'm trying to think, well, do I want to keep it? Because this would be good for daily driving and stuff, but I was really hoping to do some towing with it and put all my stuff in there in case I have to do anything on the roadside. Well, I don't know. Maybe I should have gone a different route for gooseneck fifth wheel towing, but just wanted to throw that out there. So that's the Tour. It is a good product. It'll do what it was intended to do, and yeah, I would definitely get a lot of use out of this on road trips. So, well, I'll leave it at that. I'll let you know if I decide to keep it or try and get a smaller toolbox. I'll see y'all in the next video.